this person, I did a video reply to one of their other comments, and they came back with this comment saying, my point was simply the farmers vote for who benefits farms, not who wants to outsource food grown somewhere else. Well, first of all, you're assuming that Democrats want to outsource food, which is not necessarily the case. That's an assumption you're making. But more to the point, when did farmers start voting for who benefits farms? In my lifetime, farmers have been voting for the Republican Party, and in my lifetime, the Republican Party has continued to fuck the farmers of this country. I am old enough to remember John Mellencamp having to put on farm aid. John Mellencamp and Willie Nelson, two liberals, had to put on farm aid because of the policies of the Reagan administration hurting the American farmer. And now in my children's lifetime, we see the farmers vote the first time around for Donald Trump, who a guy who wound up starting trade wars that cost farmers their livelihoods and cost you and I billions of dollars to bail out the farmers that were left. Not even counting the farmers who we couldn't make it to in time, who already lost their farms as a result of Trump's trade war. Then they voted for him again in 2024, and what did he do? He has been in office less than 6 months, and he has already canceled the contracts of farmers, contracts that the federal government already entered into with farmers, and that the farmers already did their end on. The farmers put up front the financial resources and the labor resources to do to their farms what they needed to do to their farms to live up to those contracts, and now they're waiting on the payout on the back end, and Trump cancels those fucking contracts. He cancels those contracts. He tells red states where farmers are that are hit by natural disasters, fuck you, you guys figure it out, you're not getting any of our federal funds. And he sends ICE in to raid their farms and take all of their employees away. How the fuck is that voting for somebody who benefits farms? I'm sorry to be so blunt about it, but it's simply not aligning with reality. It's just not. That's the reason why we're seeing farmer after farmer after farmer be interviewed saying, yeah, had I known it was going to be like this, I might not have voted for Kamala Harris, but I definitely wouldn't have voted for Donald Trump. People who voted for Donald Trump, who are open in documentaries about them, especially up in like the Dakotas, dairy farmers, who are open and honest with the people interviewing them by saying, yeah, I got all these undocumented immigrants working for me back here, but I don't think Trump's actually going to come and take them. Well, that's what he's doing. Trump's policies, and more broadly, the Republican Party's policies towards the farmers of America, have been harmful for years. You have pockets of members of Congress who sometimes vote to help farmers, do a lot of talking about how they want to help farmers, love to show up to those state and county fairs wearing their denim jacket and dropping their G's at the end of everything. Oh, nothing. We're just walking around the fair, shit like that. But when the rubber hits the road, no. The people who the farmers typically wind up voting for usually wind up voting for things that harm farmers, not benefit them.